What it is, what's up YouTube? It's your boy No Easy in the cut again. Here I got a rebuild for y'all with the Nuggets. As you can see, I traded Chris Paul, or I traded and got Chris Paul, because that's a talk going on that he might sign in the off season. But I tried to sign him, but he didn't want to come, so I turned trade override on, and I think I traded Jameer Nelson and like a draft pick for him or something like that. But pretty much this is just like a 2 year long rebuild of what I do with the Nuggets here. But this is just me trying to make some trades here and seeing what I can get from these guys. So I completely rebuild this team and actually make in my first year a championship run, and you'll see how that ends. And in my second season, we make another championship run, and you'll see how that ends. Um, but yeah, so this is just like I said, showing some trades I made and everything, so y'all know what's going on and see what I did. I considered that JR trade right there, bring him back to the Nuggets. I thought it'd be pretty cool, but I didn't. I ended up not going with that trade. But yeah, man. I mean, this is all I do really on 2K. I play my team a little bit, but usually I just play my league and do a bunch of rebuilds. And really, I just dump cap. I just trade a bunch of players that are getting overpaid, and I try to get some draft picks for them. Um, I can't remember what I do here with this trade though. I think 2 draft picks was offered by somebody. No. Oh, I took the Tyus Jones trade. That's what it was. And Tyus Jones ends up being my backup point guard for CP3, and actually plays a big like a roll off my bench. But here's what my roster is now looking like: CP3, Tyus Jones, Moutier, which I'm about to trade Moutier here in a second. I think, yeah, here we go. I'm about to trade Moutier away, and Derek Walton Jr., who I drafted. And I also drafted OG and Anobi because he's projected to go to Denver this year uh, at pick 13. And I end up having pick 13. I didn't show that in this video. I probably should have. But I just did start today, and like I said, drafted OG and Anobi with the 13th pick, and I think he ends up starting for me at the beginning of this season. But with the way things go, towards the end of the season, he ends up being benched and coming off the bench, which is fine. He does fine off the bench. Uh, right here with this trade, I end up dumping Moutier to the Spurs for 2 future firsts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I consider that trade have Zubac coming off the bench behind Jokic, and have Swaggy P coming off the bench be my backup small forward. Like I said, this 2 trades from or 2 first round picks from San Antonio was just too convincing. I had to do it. Just dump some cap. But yeah, I watch a lot of Six Rings of Steel, and I actually saw this rebuild in one of the comments on one of his videos. Somebody said CP3 to Denver, and after doing some research, I have seen that he is visiting Denver, and we'll talk to them. I think him and Jokic would be pretty cool, and you'll see here after this season, I end up signing one of CP3's buddies in the off season after this season, and build a pretty deadly team actually. But yeah, it's just going through the off season stuff. I don't want Gallinari back since I did draft Ananobi. I didn't want to overpay Gallinari, so I do offer him like a 1 year deal. I think it was like 12 mil for 1 year, and he didn't take it, which is fine because I lowballed him. Yeah, this is just me trying to see if I can get him for a 1 year player option, like 12 mil contract, and he declines it right away, and so I don't offer him again. I just let him walk. And to where as he goes after me not offering him, I'm not 100% sure. I think he might be a free agent. But I thought the idea of this rebuild was pretty cool though. So I was, yeah, you know what? Nuggets are like a decent team. They're not terrible right now. You know, they're fairly young as well. And with a player like Jokic, uh, I was just, you know, if we could get CP3 there, that'd be pretty cool. I was just going through free agency. I probably should have cut a lot of this out. It's just taking too much time. And Redick was wanting way too much to be my backup because I kept Gary Harris. I do pick up Iguodala to bring him off the bench as well. I think he ends up starting a little bit for me too. I offered Nene and I turned him down. I do pick up Salah here. I signed him, I think, on a minimum deal. No, but 2-year deal. Signed Iggy. Signed him. I thought I offered one more person, but maybe not. And as you see, I got TJ Warren too. He'll be my starting small forward over Anunoby and Iggy for the majority of the time. And I actually accidentally went to this Hoop Summit and it recorded all that, so I just skipped through all that. Going on to training camps. Yeah, I sent Chris Paul to conditioning because I know he's getting a little old, so I want him to be able to still keep up with the young guards and everything. And then I think I sent Harris to the perimeter shooting. No. Oh yeah, I sent Anunoby to basketball one-on-one, which didn't really help that much, but it's fine. He's a rookie. I figured it wouldn't hurt too much. I think just here I just simulate through the season a little bit. No, I actually go to the starting lineup, I believe. Yeah, that's what my starting five is gonna look like. Yeah, I didn't like the Plumlee's getting all those minutes. I will be trading him or not re-signing him. And I want all my starters to get at least 30 minutes. But as you can see, I moved Warren because I want Anunoby to start uh, as a rookie, get him that experience and those minutes and that playing time. I always try to get all my stars at least 30 minutes a game. But then like my stars would get almost 40. Like you see Jokic with 37. I guess something I could talk about while I'm doing all this. If y'all look, I posted on Twitter about bar for bar who's the best out of Migos, Offset, Takeoff, or Quavo. My personal opinion, I think Offset. I think Offset is fantastic. I don't dislike Quavo or Takeoff, but I feel like bar for bar, Offset is the best. So I mean, you can go check out my Twitter, NoFisher2014, and you can let me know what you think about that if you go to my tweets, or you can just simply put down in the comments section who you think is better and why. Here's the contract extensions. I didn't offer Warren. I'm about to simulate to the end of the season though. As you can see, we're 30. I mean, we're doing well. We're second in the division, fourth in the conference. And here we go. I had to go ahead and pull up the playoff picture so you can keep up with how we're doing. And we're like, I mean, beating some teams pretty good. Like the point difference is like 20 to 30 points on a lot of these wins. Like 120 to 95 over the Suns there, 122 to 108 over the Bucks. And we end up getting the 2 seed. No, we don't. Sorry. This is when we get the 3 seed. We're the 3 seed in the Western Conference. Bron gets MVP, Fultz Rookie of the Year, Lou Will 6th Man, Whiteside Defensive Player, Drummond, and Larry Drew Coach of the Year. And we see Jokic makes first team. All NBA first team. Second team, we don't have anybody. Third team, we don't have anybody. Which is kind of expected. Nobody on the first team defense. Nobody on the second team defense. Rookies. I don't think OG makes it. No, he doesn't. So we go to the playoffs here, and we get Spurs first round, which is always scary. That team's just always talented, but they don't have Popovich as their coach anymore. You'll see where he goes here at the end of this playoffs. And we actually go to 7 games with them, and I got a little nervous. I did simcast, but we end up. It starts off as a close game. We end up pulling away, as you'll see here. Yeah, we end up pulling away, and we just barely won by 8. So we move on to the second round. Well, we will face the winner of the Rockets and the Trailblazers, and we draw the Trailblazers. And I end up actually playing them and had a little bit of gameplay, but I deleted it. It was just too much. Made the video way too long, which the video is long as it is. But you can see we put them out in 5 games. Nurkic plays his former team, the Nuggets, and I guess Plumlee plays his former team, the Trailblazers, as well. And we get, of course, the monster that is Golden State. In the Western Conference Finals, we're up 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, and we go on to play the Bucks in the finals. And the Bucks is where Pop ended up. He's their head coach now, and they're ahead of us 3-1. I simcast this. And we end up blowing them out this game, as you can see. And we'll simcast game 6. And again, this is all in my first season with the Nuggets, with this rebuild. Shoot him in the face, shoot him in the nose. And we end up blowing them out in this game as well. So it's all tied up and it's going to game 7. It's 3-3, and I believe it's in Milwaukee. Yeah, game 7's in Milwaukee. So we'll do a simcast, and it's a fairly close game. It's back and forth, and you'll see Milwaukee starts to pull ahead a little bit. And then I will jump in here in the 4th with a few minutes left when we're down and try and bring us back. But the deficit was just too big, and I couldn't. And there's nothing I could do really. I had a lot of gameplay from this game also, but I decided to take a lot out again, so it would make the video way too long. So I just have a couple clips here. I don't really know if they're highlights. I just kind of randomly cut it at like every minute or every minute and a half, something like that. If it'll play, I should just cut this out, but it's all good. We had 100%. And you can see we're down 112-91. And they got Brogdon in, and Brogdon's hurt right there. CP3 gets the steal, but can't come up with it. That happens a lot with this team that I have. We'll rip somebody and then not end up like picking the ball up. And if you look, the team that they had in, this is ridiculous. CP3 is the only guard, and they had Jokic, Allen Williams, Fareed, and Cauley Stein in. Like that's no help to CP3 at all. All these big men, and Allen Williams is trying to guard Chris Middleton. That's probably why we lost this game. Is however they had this set up. It was ridiculous. And there's Thon Maker wide open 3, and he hits that. Thon might be one of the cheesiest players on 2K. It's insane. We're down 14 with a minute and a half left. Giannis is having a hell of a game. You can see right there. And get it over the back call, or loose ball foul, I mean, on Allen Williams. Sends Jabari to the free throw line. He'll go 2 for 2.